Have you ever felt like something was watching you? Not a person, not an animal, but something you couldn't explain. This story begins in a quiet village surrounded by tall trees and endless fields, a place where everyone knew everyone, a place where nothing unusual ever happened. Until the shadow came. There was a young man named Daniel. Daniel was not poor, but he wasn't rich either. He lived a simple life with his widowed mother. Every morning, he would wake before sunrise, fetch water from the stream, and prepare for his daily farm work. Daniel was known for one thing: curiosity. He asked questions about everything. Why do birds always return home? Why do old trees never fall during storms? Why do elders fear the forest at night? The elders would often shake their heads. Curiosity can open doors that should remain closed, they warned. But Daniel would only smile. One evening, something strange happened. Daniel was returning from the farm just as the sun dipped below the hills. The sky turned orange, then purple, then dark. As he walked, he noticed something ahead of him. A shadow. But not his shadow. This shadow moved differently. When he stopped walking, it continued moving. When he stepped left, it leaned right. His heart began to beat faster. He turned around. No one was behind him. The road was empty. The shadow stopped. And then it slowly disappeared. Daniel stood frozen. He told himself it was just his imagination. But deep down he knew it was. The next day he asked the village elder about shadows. The elder's face changed. Did it move on its own? The old man asked quietly. Daniel hesitated, then nodded. The elder stood up immediately. If you ever see it again, do not follow it. Why? Daniel asked. The elder did not answer. That night Daniel could not sleep. His mind replayed the image over and over again. What was it? Why did it appear to him? What would happen if he followed it? The warning echoed in his ears. Do not follow it. But curiosity is a powerful thing. 3 nights later the shadow returned. This time it appeared outside his window. It stood there. Still. Waiting. Daniel slowly stepped outside. The shadow began to move. Not fast. Not slow. Just enough to stay ahead of him. He followed. Through the narrow path. Past the farms. Beyond the river. Into the forbidden forest. The forest was silent. Too silent. No crickets. No birds. Not even the sound of wind. The shadow stopped near an old tree, the oldest tree in the forest. A tree so wide that 5 men could not wrap their arms around it. The shadow pointed. Yes, pointed. At the base of the tree. Daniel's hands trembled. But he knelt down and touched the ground. It was loose. Someone had dug there before. He began to dig. The deeper he dug, the colder the air became. Then his fingers hit something hard. A wooden box. Small. Old. Locked. The shadow slowly faded away. Daniel carried the box home. He did not tell anyone. That night he broke the lock. Inside the box was not gold. Not jewels. But something far more shocking. It was a bundle of old letters. And a photograph. The photograph was of his mother, standing beside a man he had never seen before. And written behind the picture were the words, "Your past will find you." Daniel's breath caught in his throat. His mother had told him his father died before he was born. But the man in the photo looked young, alive, standing proudly. The letters were written by that same man. Each letter spoke of regret, of mistakes, of danger, and of a promise to return when the time was right. The final letter said, "If Daniel ever follows the shadow, he is ready to know the truth." Daniel dropped the letter. How did the man know his name? How did he know about the shadow? The next morning, Daniel confronted his mother. Her face turned pale when she saw the photograph. Tears filled her eyes. She sat down slowly. "The shadow," she whispered, "it has chosen you." She explained everything. Daniel's father was not dead. He belonged to an ancient guardianship, protectors of hidden knowledge buried beneath the village generations ago. The shadow was not evil. It was a guide. A test. Only those brave enough to follow it could uncover the truth. Daniel's father had disappeared, protecting that secret. The box was left for Daniel when he was ready. That night the shadow appeared again. But this time it did not stay ahead. It stood beside him. Like an equal. Daniel understood. He was not being haunted. He was being called. The shadow merged with his own. And at that moment Daniel felt something awaken inside him: clarity, strength, understanding. He now carried the responsibility his father once carried. The guardian of secrets. The protector of truth. Years passed. Daniel became wiser. Stronger. Calmer. People in the village began to notice something different about him. He spoke less, but when he spoke, people listened. He walked with confidence but without pride. And sometimes, at sunset, villagers would whisper that they saw two shadows walking beside him. But Daniel never feared it again. Because he understood something powerful. Sometimes, the things we fear are not chasing us to destroy us. They are leading us to discover who we truly are. So tell me, if a shadow appeared before you, would you run? Or would you follow? Because sometimes, the shadow is not darkness. It is destiny.
If you like this video, please subscribe, like, and drop your comments.